What is God's rock and roll? Simple and explicitly, it is life. All of it, the existence of everything, brought to you by the essence of its presence. The essence is everything, yet alone it is itself. The unknown to the essence is in everything. The rock and the sea, the sky and you, the very presence cannot exist without the essence. So itself may be recognized, everything has it, God's rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
Contained in everything.
contained in everything.
Everything contained within God's rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
So large, so small, it does not matter. Forgotten and left behind. God's rock and roll.
rock and roll,
Some versions of the untold, unseen wonders.
rock and roll,
Heavens, hells, everything in between.
rock and roll,
The beginning, the end, what came before and what comes after.
rock and roll,
The life of everything, presence is needed.
rock and roll,
The forgotten, unread words written in a book by men. The stories pointing out God's rage, the forgiveness of man. The fate of the essence, keeping them in place with truth and understanding. Faith from above, behind and racing ahead. God's rock and roll,
God's rock and roll,
heard every day.
some just in your head.
The wonders unfold and you know God's rock and roll.
God's rock and roll,
The love, the kindness of others, all seen through the essence. The evils and contempt shining through so much darker. So loud, the pride you hide, the wicked sins people got away with. The sounds are so loud, begging for forgiveness. Is it you or just me? Playing with God's rock and roll every day we see.